You're right, guys, Shine here. Basically, in this video, I'm going to be explaining a couple of updates about Atomic and just about what I'm doing at the moment, and sort of explaining why I'm inactive and why I'm going to be inactive for the next couple of weeks before I break up for Christmas. So firstly, I'll talk about Atomic. We ended today, and the reason for that is because you may have seen on the channel, I don't know if you are familiar with the team, but if not, then YouTube is www.youtube.com/atomic area. And we currently had 1.6k, but we decided to end. Basically, for the last month, the team's been gradually, getting worse. Our activeness has been getting worse, and I think in general standards have kind of dropped because we've wanted to have a lot of members, but they've all left, so we've had to lower standards in order to get more players, that sort of thing. And my idea was always to have a team from 0 subs onwards that was impressive and people enjoyed watching, and sort of didn't show that they were not as good as they were to begin with, and sort of showed an improvement throughout their uploads. But we used to upload every 2 or 3 days without fail. I don't know if you've seen the Cams one, but it got over 600 likes, which was insane. But we were never able to get out of Cams 2, and the reason for that was because of editors. Pretty much we were bailed on by about 6 editors at least, and the editor that we were waiting on had been editing the part 1 for 3 weeks, which I think is a disgrace. And a lot of editors always complain that they don't get any respect, but when they take the piss like that and take 3 weeks to edit just half of the cams, which is probably about 15 clips, 15 to 20 clips maximum. I mean, he's had 3 weeks. He said a week ago, in fact more than a week ago, more like 10 days ago, that he only had 7 clips left, and that was after having 2 weeks already. And someone talked to him about 2 days ago, and he said he still had the same amount left, which just shows that he's obviously not been doing anything. He may be busy, and I understand that everyone has a social life, but if you're going to commit to doing something, then you should really see it through to the end, instead of letting us wait and just waste time. Because that decision didn't just affect, me personally, it affected the whole team, because we ended up running out of uploads. We had enough clips for the third Atomic Cams, and we hadn't even got the second one out, which would be good had we have been uploaded actively and stuff. It would have been brilliant, because it would have meant that we could have got one cams out and then uploaded the next one just like a week after or something, and try and challenged our subscribers and try and get some more likes. But we didn't have any uploads, so we were pretty much screwed. We haven't uploaded in about, I'd say it's nearly been 2 weeks, which is poor. Ideally, a clan is supposed to upload every 3 days. If they have a cams, and sometimes they can let that slide by a day or two, depending on sort of what cams it is and how many likes they're going for. If you're going for like 1,000 likes and you're a small team, then you're probably not going to upload for a while, so that when someone checks out your channel, that is the video they watch. But we hadn't uploaded in ages, and it was a common thing. If you checked our upload schedule from the beginning, you'd see that we were active, and you can see as you go down, it was getting worse, and it got to the point where there were week gaps in between personal eps, which is pretty bad, and it just means that the reputation's affected, and it basically just demotivates everyone. Everyone just loses their motivation, and that's what happened to me. And so I have mock exams next week, as does Sari, who's the other leader, which would have meant that the clan would have had no leaders. Co-leaders weren't really doing anything except for music, but he'd been in hospital recently, so he was unable to help the channel and stuff. So we just made the decision that we'd just end it, and we merged into a new team. I put the team's link in the description, but the team's called Vital. It's basically just some of the old Atomic leaders and some friends, and the team's going pretty well already, and we've already got an episode 1 ready. We've got loads of editors, so we shouldn't have any problems. And if you're interested in joining the team, then please inbox me and add my Skype, which is on my channel. and hopefully you'll be as impressed, if not more, than what you'd seen on the Atomic channel at the beginning. And basically, I'm going to be inactive, as I mentioned before, because of mocks. I break up from school on the 20th of December, which means that from that point onwards I should be active. But I think from this point onwards it's going to be, if I get a video out, then it might only be my only chance of getting a video out before the 20th. But again, we'll see what happens. And I apologise for being inactive on this channel, but when you're leading a team and you're staffing for another team, you're pretty busy. Like, my Skype is always busy. I rarely have a moment where I haven't got any messages, and I kind of have OCD, so I have to read the messages. So whenever something comes up, I have to look at it, because I don't know, it's just something that I've always done, and I think that that's the best way to lead teams as well. If you're ignoring people who, there might be someone who's really good or someone who can help the team out a lot, but because you're stubborn and you're not going to read the message, you might miss out on a good opportunity. So the way I see it is, read any messages you get, and you never know, you might get lucky. But pretty much that's the video. If I do upload any more videos, it'll probably just be either previews or like to cams or something, or another update on a commentary. If you want to suggest any topics you want me to talk about, then just leave a comment below, and any support you leave on this video will be greatly appreciated. So yeah, this has been Shiner, and I'll speak to you soon. Peace.